Hey guys, it's myself here. Welcome back to the channel, and today I wanted to share some additional details in regards to iOS 16. Finally, we get some additional information as into what to expect. As you know, this year we haven't heard a whole lot. There hasn't really been a whole lot of leaks or information, screenshots, or anything like that in regards to Apple's next major update that will tell us what's going to be happening. What are some of the changes? We're approximately 21 to 22 days away from seeing Beta 1, and we really don't know a whole lot. There's a few things we do know. Mark Gurman has shared some details in the past, and we know that Apple is working on a revamped notification system for iOS, so we don't know exactly, obviously, what that's going to be, but it could be a new notification style for the lock screen, which could help with notifications, obviously, with the redesign coming with iOS 16 or expected to be coming with iOS 16. Now, we know that Apple is also working with health and fitness and tracking on the Apple Watch in order to bring additional tracking features to the Apple Watch and additional new fitness and tracking features to iPhone as well, with the health and tracking features of iPhone and Apple Watch, but we don't know much other than that. And that was until this weekend, where Mark Gurman shared some additional details as into what to expect with iOS 16. Now, as always, if you would like to stay up to date with the latest iOS news and Apple software updates, don't forget to subscribe and make sure you turn on those notifications so that we don't miss another episode. Now, Mark Gurman has made it pretty clear we're not expecting any major redesign of the OS. So in terms of looks, it's going to look pretty much the same. Apple has added some additional changes to the software throughout the years, but ever since iOS 7, the iPhone has looked pretty much the same, honestly, in my opinion. We did get widgets, as I mentioned, but we haven't really seen a UI redesign. Apple typically doesn't do that. Now, Mark Gurman has mentioned that this year we don't expect a full redesign of the software, but we should see major changes across the system and new ways of interacting and some fresh Apple apps. Now, I want to talk about those two things that Mark Gurman has mentioned that will be coming this year, and specifically the new ways of interacting and fresh Apple apps. Now, the fresh Apple apps, I'm assuming, is going to be a revamped versions of some of the applications, maybe a revamped App Store, maybe a revamped settings application, or could this mean that Apple is finally bringing Pro applications to iPad Pro? Maybe he's referring to iPad Pro. So could Apple be bringing Final Cut Pro and things like that to the iPad, or could this simply mean a redesign of existing applications, like maybe the Reminders application will be revamped and maybe some additional features for the camera and a revamp for the camera app, settings changing it around, or maybe the App Store, as I mentioned. We don't know. But the big news here, or something that sparked my interest and sparked this video, was the new ways of interacting with the OS. Now, ever since iOS 14, there really hasn't been any change to the widgets of iPhone. Now, Apple has added additional widgets, but we don't have anything in regards to interaction. And that is where I'm going with in this particular case, right? So Mark Gurman mentions there will be new ways of interacting with the OS. Now, this iPhone here has the Apple Music widget here. I can play music, as you can see right there. I can skip a track. I can go backwards a track. I can interact with the actual widget. I can also use some of these compilations here on home screen here and go into the weather, for example. I can also go into the calendar, as you can see right here. So interaction with widgets. I also have obviously toggles and things like that here. This iPhone is jailbroken, obviously, but Apple seems to be working on some type of interaction within iOS 16. And in my opinion, this refers directly to interactive widgets coming to the iPhone, which is way overdue. This is something that other manufacturers have been doing for quite some time, and the iPhone just needs to catch up in this department. Maybe even different size widgets will also make sense here. Maybe even the HomeKit application with interaction will make a ton of sense, so you can go ahead and control the lighting in your home without having to enter the home application itself. So an interactive widget of some sort for the home application will actually be pretty sweet. So Mark Gurman, as I mentioned, shared these details on his newsletter this past weekend, and I wanted to share those two facts about this letter this weekend because he mentions that there will be new ways of interacting. He says major changes across the system, new ways of interacting, and some fresh Apple apps. Let me know what you think about this information. Are you excited for iOS 16? We haven't heard anything pretty much. The minor details that we've gotten has come directly from Mark Gurman pretty much in regards to the software. So I would like to hear your thoughts in those comments down below. Thank you for watching today's video, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.